Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we have some fun news to go and talk about. Now, when it comes to Xbox, we've known and we've kind of made a few of those little kind of crazy videos discussing that Xbox is kind of failing. They kind of want to give up on the Xbox console, and well, they just really know where the direction they want to go take for the Xbox brand. We've seen Microsoft Game Pass now. It's actually called Microsoft Game Pass instead of Xbox Game Pass, and they're trying to go sell the subscription service. They're trying to go just be a publisher. They're trying to go and sell every game on PlayStation, and well, just like the soul of Xbox has kind of been tapering away, and they don't really know what's going on next. But that's what this video is kind of for, is we're gonna go talk about now that there's been a lot of leaks and a lot of discourse discussing on what's gonna be happening in the future of the Xbox brand. And in all honesty, I'm not super against their ideas, but that's why we're making the video, because I want to ask you guys what you guys go and think about it. And as well, as you guys probably can tell, the random setup is still in the works. I had a chance to fully set up all the cool brand new things for the YouTube channel. It'll be coming up in the very near future, so you guys are very excited for it. I think it turned out a lot cooler than expected, and as you guys know, we're gonna have some editors involved in making our videos just a little tiny bit better with a little bit more variety mixed on it. So just thank you guys all for being patient. Thank you guys all for watching. I've been really appreciating a lot more as of recently, because I've been trying my best to work a little bit harder in the near future. So thank you for all the brand new subscribers, anyone who's subscribed to the second channel, link down below, or follows the Twitters and Twitches as well, as always down below. And let's go and dive on into the future of Xbox. So as we mentioned, Xbox is probably not going to be lasting forever. In all honesty, it's mostly not even there anymore, because they kind of transitioned the wording to Microsoft Gaming. Like, it's basically the Microsoft division of their gaming systems, whether it's for AI, cloud gaming, and all of that. And we've also seen them try to push this idea of everything can be an Xbox. PlayStation could be an Xbox, as where does that can be? Switch can be an Xbox, your TV, your phone could be an Xbox, and well, it kind of seems like they're taking that same exact approach when it comes to everything else. Where right now we're seeing a lot of brand new news on two separate things. These two separate things are going to be, number one, in regards to an Xbox handheld that is rumored to be released as of this year. So maybe later on throughout this year, at some point, we'll have a lot more information for this. We covered maybe these leaks a few months ago in a few separate times, but it seems like they're going a little bit more gung-ho with it, and as well a potential brand new next Xbox targeting as of 2027. Now, we've been seeing this news all floating around, and I'm kind of into it. Now, as you guys know, we saw some Xbox TVs, like it basically had partnerships with Samsung, where they had a chance to basically utilize the cloud and have like the Xbox Game Pass app completely built into a TV. I myself, I'm actually cool with that. I don't mind. Like, if we're gonna maybe segue out of the Xbox, think about this actually might be a really good vibe. Now, I may want to go and deep dive into a separate video in the future, but Xbox, they cost a lot of money to make consoles. And if you're sitting on, let's say, a 500,000 consoles, like how they have with the PlayStation VR 2, it can lead to a lot of issues. And ideally, that's just a lot of just logistics and stuff you don't have to deal with. And if you're not really winning the console war, why kind of, really bother? Because even for them, even the former Xbox bosses were saying like the company used to encourage and used to believe in the console war and used to be like this, back and forth would drive up sales and would rise the entire tide of the entire industry. But it's not going so good when everyone tries to go and push on your competitor instead, which I think is why they've been trying to push this shakeup. We've discussed this on many videos. Because, well, if they can make money by selling Call of Duty on PlayStation and both people win, but you don't have to worry about selling consoles or updating consoles or the marketing and research and everything else, you just basically make it, put it on PC, which as you're a Windows company, a lot of people, myself included right now, usually utilize Windows. It's normal. And as well, then you have it on PlayStation, who cares? You're still getting a cut of microtransactions. You're still getting a cut of all the Steam sales. You can still put it on PC as well to get those individual sales. It's okay. Like, I think it's fine. But this might lead to the next big topic throughout the week, that it does kind of seem like this console war is kind of, well, being kind of done at the end of the day. But that's why things get interesting. Because right now, the big meta over here right now is that handheld gaming, like the Lenovo Go's, the Steam Deck, obviously the Switch selling like hundreds of millions, is kind of like where people want to go next. And if you can game at any point, anywhere, utilizing cloud gaming and also Game Pass, why would you not want to have a handheld? And that seems like that's where Xbox is leaning towards first and foremost, and then another console later on. Basically saying Microsoft's full-on foray into PC gaming handhelds begins with a partner device set to launch as of later this year with its own Xbox Series X and S successor now fully in production. So basically just a lot of big news coming out over here saying, and this is the mock-up over here for the Xbox handheld, which is codenamed Keenan as well. So here's the glimpse at Xbox's next-gen hardware plans, and some parts are being executed more quickly than you may even go and assume. So like we said, we might even hear some news as of this year. The Xbox Series X and S generation has been a bit of an odd one. Microsoft's console hardware sell-through has been a decline, and that's kind of why there's a lot of, even YouTube videos in my end or theories that Xbox might be tapering off. They might step off. And I kept on always saying there's probably at least one or two more, generations of Xbox, but if they're throwing stuff on TVs or putting on PlayStation, it may not be their main primary focus as well. It might just be more of a subsidiary thing, like how they have a handheld. So basically over here, they have been having their, numbers have been going down, but their overall user base has actually been going up, mainly because you have Activision Blizzard, you have Diablo, Candy Crush, Call of Duty, Overwatch, and as well, like Bethesda games like Starfields and all these other various things out there that still do bump more people into the ecosystem as well. Same things like, Forza, which has now been addressed in the PlayStation side. So, I mean, they're still growing. They're still doing well. Like, I don't think at the end of the day it's like a failing company, but the Xbox hardware is failing. But Game Pass is doing okay. AI hosting and stuff like that's doing okay. Like, all these selling things on PlayStation are apparently doing really well. So it's like you give up on one thing, the Xbox, which I do think has a lot of soul behind it, to then go have, things to subsidize Game Pass. Put it on TVs, put it on your phone, put it on PlayStation. If they could ever make that deal happen, that'd be insane. So then, put it on these handheld devices that are also like the next meta. And I think right now it's like we used to have VR, and now we're into, I'd say, handhelds. Like, it's kind of like the secondary meta for people with a lot of money going on, or just enjoy it. But anyway, yeah, so basically the strategy has been questioning now for long-term damage to the Xbox hardware, but it seems like they want to go and continue servicing its legacy Xbox audience with new hardware regardless, so which is also nice. And over the past few months, they've been working to figure out like what might actually go be. So these are the big things. These are like the big gist. Basically, Microsoft is working on a PC gaming OEM, so think like an Asus handheld, Lenovo Go, MSI handheld, Razer handhelds, etc., on an Xbox branded handheld system. Surprisingly slated for later in 2025 if plans are met, so maybe this year. Codenamed Keenan, the gaming handheld will look unmistakably like an Xbox, they're told, complete with an official Xbox guide button, Xbox designs, probably utilizing like an Xbox controller, like thing, kind of how we had with the PlayStation Portal, and as well as be very similar to Lenovo's SteamOS partnership with Valve. They expect this handheld to be more PC oriented, which obviously you have Windows OS. This is actually a great idea. I'm cool with this. I'd probably buy one. At the end of the day, if I have Game Pass running, I could play in my handheld, and I think I'd probably prefer this. They'll probably have a chance to subsidize the price and also make it cheaper compared to other handheld devices. Like, I'm actually into this too as well. I think it's nice. We also might be able to go install things like Steam and run it like a PC, watch YouTube videos. Like, I would actually buy this. Let me know if you guys would down below. So the device will likely serve, at least in part, as a research experience for Microsoft. I expect the handheld will test new Windows 11 device-aware capabilities while reducing third-party OEM bloatware that are typically in devices like the Lenovo Go or the ROG Ally. And they expect that Microsoft will leverage the widgets on the Xbox game bar on PC for controlling things like the TDP and fan speed. So basically you have a more of like a streamlined experience, a little bit of customization, and as well with your working with Microsoft, one of the biggest companies on the planet, like, this is probably going to sell pretty well because you also have an incentive to go and have it. Like having Game Pass or Windows on it will just optimize things better. You'll have a more production, like Microsoft already sells a lot of laptops and other handheld devices or tablets. So like, it just kind of makes a lot of sense. Plus, what company would not want to work with Microsoft, one of the biggest companies in the entire planet? I think you're a Lenovo Go, Asus, or any of these types of various partnership companies that are out there. That means that you have a good chance for that. But as well, we've also now been seeing that Xbox, which I think a lot of people are still curious on. I myself am also curious too. Like, I'm a little bit of a PlayStation guy for this generation, but I've always loved my 360. And although I really would want to have a handheld over another Xbox, I do have a nice PC. I'm still intrigued and I want to know either way. So they do want to have a premium successor to the Xbox Series X alongside its own Xbox gaming handheld and several new controller options. So they might be trying to get rid of the Xbox Series S. It was kind of a flop, had a lot of headache, and makes a lot of sense, to then focus on an Xbox Series X2, like the next Xbox generational console, which in theory should be more of a heavier console and probably a bit more focused on PC as well. Trying to have like more of a blend between PC and blend between console versus just pure console versus pure PC, if that makes sense. So that would probably make more sense. You have a handheld for like maybe more of a lower end, more casual usage that won't have as crazy expectations, but I think it's more standardized to have mobile devices be a little bit weaker. It's not a big deal. And then at the same time, you have a more stronger Xbox Series X, like, you know, probably just next Xbox Series X2, not a Pro, probably like I'd say next generation. So it seems like the next Xbox console will be closer to Windows than ever before. We're reducing the amount of work developers have to commit when porting from PC, which will also help a lot more for brand new games coming to Xbox, because there has been a lot of issues with the Xbox Series S and trying to optimize for that. And I'm sure you guys have seen the headache either on this channel or just in general gaming news. It's a little bit of a they're gonna have to go and build. But if it's really easy to port that from, say, like a Steam, so we have all these indie games from Steam or these games releasing on PC anyway, it'll probably come to Xbox a lot easier. We've seen issues with that with like Baldur's Gate and Black Myth Wukong. So this actually might go and fix a lot of major issues that Xbox has had. And it does kind of seem like they're kind of listening. Like this is actually a good news video, in my opinion, for Xbox. Like a handheld, I'd probably buy one. The next Xbox, if it's more like a PC, it actually might open up to more of the PC market rather than the console market. You can sell the PlayStation, sell everything in PlayStation. Like a lot of these things are kind of falling together, and it does make a lot of sense at the end of the day. So I don't know, I want to hear your thoughts and comments on this all, because, well, it does seem like this is a big good. Plus also, if we have them keep expanding to things like TVs, on random handheld other devices, allowing Game Pass to expand on out, I do think that there's a pretty good future for the Xbox over here. So this is great. I want to hear your thoughts down below. Subscribe if you guys are new. Subscribe if you guys enjoyed the video. Check out the video earlier on from yesterday if you guys are curious for more PlayStation news, and we have all the Twitters and Twitches and our second YouTube all linked down below.